welcome back to the Scrapbook Podcast, Season 2. Make our movie. Same approach, different execution. Please enjoy the show. And welcome back to the Scrapbook Podcast. I'm your host, Jody Pratt, with my fellow host, Patrick Wigfall. And welcome back.
I'm sorry.
Welcome back.
Sorry for your ears.
It is Patrick's pick. This is Act 1, the setup. As you know, we pick from genre, setting, and time period. We ain't done
this in a minute, y'all.
Yeah, to create, a story right off the top of our heads. I keep repeating it just so it's remembered. What's the first one?
It's called a genre. How do you say that in the right way?
Genre.
I think you call it genre.
All right.
But then I go to bars. The universe knew what I needed.
What is it?
Sci-fi thriller.
Okay, sci-fi thriller.
That's a genre. The time? Well, that popped out. That came out at me. 1900s.
1900s sci-fi thriller. Set in...
Bondo.
A bando?
Bando?
Yeah.
That what that means?
Abandoned building?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
All right, so we've got a 1900s
sci-fi thriller
and a bando.
An abandoned building. Damn. We talking about skyrise? We're talking about house? What are we talking about?
Bro, I'd say let's go. Let's go like a sketch with it. Like a building that nobody wants to be inhabited. So nobody's coming to look for it.
Okay. So obviously this is going to be set in Detroit.
That's what I was thinking in my heart, but I didn't want to say it because I'm not full black. So you can't say that unless you're full black. Good on you, Joe.
There are other races that come from Detroit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eminem.
But in my head...
Shout out to Eminem, bro. Okay.
That's the only nigga. Okay. Thriller. Okay, so if it's a sci-fi thriller, it can still be like on this planet, yeah.
If you want it to
like
be.
It doesn't have to be anything like extraterrestrial.
It doesn't have to be.
Okay.
You want to be monster? Do you want to be alien? I mean, from a lab.
That sounds about Gooch is about from a lab.
Yeah. Do you want to go cheesy? You want to go SYFY Channel with it?
The SYFY.
Yeah. Let's go SYFY Channel spook.
Let's go.
Spooktacular.
Let's. This is our pitch with no backing.
Yeah.
This is our pitch.
Okay, then for SYFY Channel, if you're listening, holla at your boys.
Get your butthole ready.
Yeah.
Because we got to make this shit happen on just a pitch that we've never done.
How about this?
Let's go. He's wearing shoes tonight.
Yes, I just came from Muay Thai. So, Detroit is the hub for scientific research on robotics, right? In America, in our in our timeline, our shit, right?
Okay.
So.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right. I'm not tripping. Go ahead.
And then and as they're working on, get this, a robotic koala bear.
A robotic koala bear?
That runs on stem cells.
So it's killing babies?
And it becomes alive. AI.
All right. Now, this is my question before that.
Okay.
What does it run off?
Blood.
What kind of blood? A blood type?
let's say it runs off of
Dick Latinas? I'm sorry. I'll say that again.
How about it runs off of
What about like a popular blood type?
what if it just runs off of energy, right?
But like you said, how is that running off of energy?
Like this, it runs off of like lithium ion batteries, so it's a rechargeable thing, and they're trying to make a toy for smart kids and shit, right? Mm-hmm. So just like
they accidentally make AI.
They accidentally create an AI.
Okay.
That comes alive, right? And it's an animal though, so it's a toy that teaches what animals are and what they do and shit like that. Has an Australian accent. Has an Australian accent. Good day, mate.
Oi.
Are you prepared to die today? You bloody cunt.
Bloomy. Look at them fucking socks, mate. You like, you know,
you daft cunt.
A cunt is thrown around a lot, but I believe it's just because of the culture. Yeah. Because they don't say bitch like that.
Exactly. Okay. All right. Let's scratch that. Do you want to?
I like it. Yeah? I like it. All right. I like it. How do we make that sinister?
Okay. So. How do we make that a thriller? What's up?
You make it a thriller by affecting the people that are promoting it. So what I'm thinking is because. If we're in Australia and they're trying to promote this in Australia, right? Mm-hmm. This might be a little too close to, like, close to a thing. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I'm going to regret saying this. It's like a like a flame retardant koala bear. Uh-huh. After all of the burnings. After all of this.
Okay,
shit.
Look, they're trying to make a eco awareness animal for the rich, like a Montessori type of niggas, right?
Yeah.
So they're just like, only people who have been through something can teach that thing, right? So they're teaching the koala bears teaching how to be aware of forest fires and shit like that. Kind of like Smokey the Bear.
Yeah.
You feel me? But this shit takes place in Australia, right?
Is it because what I was going in my head was off of the fact that after like that horrible fire that happened for like hella long in Australia.
Yeah.
It seems hilarious to me, and I shouldn't say this out loud, but I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. It'd be hilarious for like fire to happen, and the koala bear comes down like, see how I walk out of that? That's how we want Australia to walk out of this, and it's just like a like a koala that can't be burnt.
That can't be burnt. I was thinking it was already has singed flesh and shit.
I was
already terrifying looking, and then it comes out just like.
Well, it was the AI thing, so I was thinking that the AI had learned how to like be flame retardant.
Oh, okay.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking that it already looks like that
for the AI though.
Yeah, for the koala bear already looks like that, right?
To paint the idea for the person.
So, what do you mean?
Like, is the AI working against the human component?
Yeah.
As far as like being like, this is what could happen. Look at me.
So it'll be set up like this, right? So this will be years after the fire, obviously.
Today.
And it'll be, that was like last year, but it'll be years after the fire.
That shit lasted too long.
Yeah. And so it's just like.
RIP to all the koalas, for real.
It's kind of like a never forget kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And they're just like, we need, so that these generations that come up won't ever forget. We'll have a toy, right? Or a like an encyclopedia of the great fires.
A toy makes more sense.
Yeah, a toy that'll be like, you know what I mean? And
look at this. Look at this.
2000, exactly. This is, you know what I mean? The fire that set this, you know what I mean? Make sure that you throw out your butts. You know, shit like that. And then you ask them any question you want. Any question about fire-related shit, and disasters and shit like that. And it's kind of like Lilu from Fifth Element, in which she absorbed all world information, and then it was like hella beautiful butterflies and shit like that. And then she got to war and how destructive war is and shit like that. And it fucked her mind up. You know what I mean? And it's like that. They're downloading all of disasters in Australia ever been type of shit, so it can have any answer for you.
And so you're getting okay. I love that. So what about if it's the first line of these koala bears that are all malfunctioning?
Yeah.
And it's the idea every single time that this is a idea of somebody. Oh my God, this is
good. Go ahead, bro.
It's everybody's perspective.
What do you mean?
Like everybody's perspective in like Australia.
Uh-huh.
And that's what it is that like you can't get a perfect koala out of this shit because like the perspective has to be broader than that of one thing. It has to encompass everything. You can't just take your viewpoint. You got to take a countrywide viewpoint. And for one person to do that, that's crazy. And so they're putting that onto these koalas, and they're malfunctioning because like they're trying to keep up with a viewpoint that doesn't translate nationally.
But that's the thing. What I was okay. So the difference between what you're saying and then what I'm saying that it has all the viewpoints from everything, all the history of every single disaster nationally, not just the scientists, what the scientist was thinking through that shit. It's
a download of the fucking construct of
exactly, and
internet.
That's what corrupts its mind, is to find out how terrible, like,
this is the fourth day.
Nature is and shit. How terrible natural disasters are, and our footprint on shit.
I like it because then you get the human interaction as far as like the people being like, hey, it's deforestation. It's fires. It's this, and it's us. At the end, the base amount of everything is us.
Yeah.
It isn't that flames are fucking up these animals.
Yeah. It's people.
It's people.
And that's what. So they put in a main goal in this thing. So
take your shirt off, you sexy son of a bitch.
They have a main goal, and it's to teach people about any question that they ask, anything that they ask about natural disasters.
Okay.
So it's mainly like kids and shit like that.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's his main objective. But during the download, its objective changed
to bring in everything.
Yeah, to bring in everything and to eliminate all humans.
I knew that's how you were going to go with it. And I was like, we're going to find a way around this.
Yeah.
And then the first thing you say is like, so like what they do is like,
all humans. So they go around and just shoot out fire at every human. And it's up to our protagonist to destroy these robotic robotic koalas, and save Australia from fire.
All right, so main character's name is Robert.
Yeah.
Last name Whitaker. I don't care what you say. I'll fight you for that title. I think it'd be hilarious and relevant. Instead of the humans fucking it up, the koala bears are shitting out embers.
Shitting out embers?
Yeah.
I was thinking shooting fire from their mouth, but I like shitting out embers.
Shitting out embers is because if you see a koala like being hella calm, eating eucalyptus and just shooting fire out.
But that's the thing. It's So they show this.
Well, but this is the trial period, yeah.
Yeah. So
right?
it's all fucked up. It's all
fucked up.
So they're playing with the coat. It's all singed
the
up.
DNA,
the skin's all fucked up, and that's what it looks like to show like what happens when animals are in a fucking forest fire. They get all fucked up. It's not like a fresh koala bear.
Yeah.
Eating
he
eucalyptus.
Ain't looking Gucci.
Exactly. He's all
good.
fucked up. And then you ask him a question and he turns his head. He's just like, in 1805, blah, 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 blah. And then he turns back
1805.
Yeah, because you asked a question about
no, but I'm saying
disaster.
Like that's what the person is saying, like in 1805. And they're like, this is broken. Like, I think because this is a tester phase, yeah? You have people come in that didn't make this to test it, yeah?
Yeah, because you tell them what it does, though.
So are those the people that the story is based around? Or is it based around the people that are making the koala?
Let's say it's based around the security guards in
that are understanding these koalas shit fire.
no,
they
the security guards that take their job too serious and they're trying to save everybody in the fucking
of the world, Craig.
They're trying to save everybody in town and shit. You know what I mean?
How many of them are there?
I would say 3 to 4.
Let's call it 5 to 6 and kill two or three of them real quick.
Okay.
Like horribly. Do these koalas get aggressive?
Of course.
This is only Act 1, yeah?
Shooting fire. Huh?
Act 1, yeah?
I mean, yeah, but we're already fucking in this shit.
You want to go all the way through it?
I mean, we have written nothing down, so fuck it. Let's go all the way through it.
I can write this shit down real quick. You know how fast my hands are, nigga? Not very.
If you want to just go through the whole thing, we can.
Yeah, let's just do it. Fuck it.
Like we used to.
Damn, this is old school shit. All right, let's go. So, koalas. What are their natural predators? There is no natural predator that on the land in Australia outside of like.
There's a billion
alligators.
Billion poisonous things in Australia.
Yeah, but like, that's not like the big boy on campus. You got to go like fuck with a tarantula. You got to go fuck with like a taipan. You know what I mean? You got to go fuck with those things for them to fuck with you. Nothing's chasing you to kill you, to eat you. Outside of a crocodile.
Yeah.
That I can think of.
Pythons out there.
There aren't no pythons out there.
Bet? Okay.
Shake my hand. Shake my hand. Before you look it up.
How much?
$10.
All right.
Shook your hand. I shook it. It was cold and it was lifeless. I guarantee you that is like a
imported thing?
No, it's like a forest thing. You gotta have like moisture in there. Australia is dry as shit, dog. You got snakes out there, but nothing big. You don't got the anaconda outside of like places in Africa and like South America.
Australian scrub python.
No, you said anaconda.
No, I did not. You retard.
We can run this back.
Okay.
Run it back, you son of a bitch.
We'll be right back.
So Joe was right. Apparently there are pythons out there, and they are the big boy on campus. Apparently. I watched Steve Irwin all my life. You feel me? And cuz never talked about like big things. You feel me? I saw snakes, but all I remember is fucking crocodiles. So Joseph was right. And I concede. I was wrong. You
owe me $10.
I mean, we didn't have to put that on air. You know what I mean? We didn't have to do that. But also,
yeah. Shout out to the scrub python that doesn't live in the jungle. All right, so let's get down to this. Let's write down the protagonist.
This nigga gonna have me prove wrong and then be like, start writing shit. Okay, this is the life we're living.
So let's say this.
No, I'm gonna name the name, nigga.
Let's say the koalas are shown at a board meeting, and it's a.
We definitely. This is a long act one.
Huh?
This is a long.
We're not. This is not an act one. We said we're doing the whole thing.
I know, but like, fuck. we got to add in like a lot of things because this is like a board meeting for something that is being like put out.
Yeah, shown.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like multiple people that are like seeing this. You got Hasbro. You got fucking.
But it's no. It's a school wide thing. So it's the district.
So it's strictly just for Australia.
Yes. Yeah.
What is that shit they call
because
that shitty sandwich they have?
Their currency. But no, it's because koalas are only indigenous there, so it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, what do you want to call the company? I think we should go like the umbrella term should be the company.
Stick Tech.
Stick Tech.
Yeah. Shout out to King of the Hill.
Tech. Like tech. T-E-Q?
T-E-C-H. Tech.
Okay. C-H. Stick Tech. That makes sense.
Yeah. So the main scientists are Eleanor and Roger. And they're showing the product.
To who?
To every superintendent of the schools around Australia. Let's say Northern Australia, so we can make it smaller.
Okay. What do you want to call it? Just Northern School Administration?
Yeah.
Northern
Australian
Administration.
School
NSA.
Yeah. Oh, no. We got to spell
NSA.
it out.
God damn it. I'm just going to put admin.
Yeah, that's perfect. And it'll be like superintendents. You know what I mean?
No, let's call one nigga what?
Oh no, that's perfect. That's perfect.
That's it?
We know what the school administration is. Northern Australia.
All right, so
just put Australia underneath Northern.
Well, we can just put Australia over top, right? Because that's where everything's at, right?
Yeah, but we want to be specific to who's in the room.
Okay, so it's all for North. It's all for Australia's school system.
No. This is for only the north of Australia, because I don't want to make it so wide because Australia's a continent, so it's a lot of fucking people.
So little of it's inhabited. So let's go with what do you want to call it?
What do you mean?
Like the what you want me to put down?
I just want you to write Australia under Northern. Okay. And then Eleanor and Roger are showing the product, and it's
multiple, right?
One thing, because this is what their money went into. I wanted to be cheesy in the fact that it's a koala whose skin is singed, and it's a disgusting looking thing, and they were like, this would be the perfect thing to teach people.
After a fire.
Yeah, it's after a fire, and this is the perfect thing to teach people. Get their attention, A, and then, you know what I mean? B, it will...
You can sell this.
Yeah, and also you can...
it's marketable.
It's marketable, and we can, and they can also ask any question that you want.
And it's not going to give you back the answer that the company wants.
Yeah, it's exactly what you want. Ask anything major disaster related, and you'll get an answer. So whenever you ask something like, how big is my dick? And they're just like, sorry, I can't answer that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that night, before they show the Northern School Administration, Northern Australian School Administration, they download everything into this new AI program. And it makes it fucking pop and frizz a little bit. they kind of like, all right, it's downloading. It's going to take all night. Turn off the lights in the lab, and it's downloading and shit, and then it just pops a little bit, and then its eyes turn red. You know what I'm saying? Like on some SYFY Channel shit. You know what I mean?
Sci-fi thriller. What it is instead of eyes turn red, the eyes get dilated.
Oh yeah, like it's like robot eyes.
And also like anything in human, like when you do drugs, when your third eye opens, you feel me, your pupils get dilated.
I like
you
that.
Feel me?
And it's like all realistic, extremely realistic. So it's
Yeah.
not robotic eyes. So it's like extreme realism. So it downloads that shit, and then the next day, it, unbeknownst to the head of Stick Tech,
They come to turn it on. He's like, I'm already up.
No. We don't know that until everybody's in the room that something has gone wrong.
Well, but we don't know it as an audience, or they don't know it as the people.
They don't know it as a people. We already know something
We know it,
went
right?
wrong when the eyes dilated.
So when we saw the eyes dilate and it just sit back, instead of being like hunched over, it sits back.
Yeah, and then like looks around a little bit.
And then looks around, and then it's just like downloading everything. And then they come in, and like it looks at. That's the thriller part, is that you see the entire time that this thing is completely aware of people coming in.
Yeah.
And aware of what they want out of it and what it can give to them.
Well, what about and who they are too?
Well, it would clearly be the Northern School Administration that are like coming and touching it and being like, it's crazy how like the skin is still warm. How did you get the skin to be warm? It's like, we didn't make the skin warm.
Yeah.
And it's because of overheating of a system.
Yeah.
And they're just like, okay, like, how did you get the eyes to dilate? And he's like, I'd like you not to touch the prototype. That'd be great. And just like, it seems like, what do we do past this? And they're like, ask it anything. Ask it. And then that's where the story unfolds is. But you see prior to that the creature has dilated pupils and is aware of all of our atrocities.
Yeah, exactly. And so, and in the back, this isn't the only one that it has.
Yeah.
They're just waiting for the yes and the check, and they're just like, great reveal. We got a bunch of these motherfuckers, and that's what, in the thriller of it all, it's the security guards, killing, doing all this shit. So, so we have Eleanor and Roger.
How long do the security guards know what they're on to before they get fucked?
So it will be
Someone's
like
gotta
this,
get
right?
fucked in this
So
story.
Koala Bear's standing up there in front of everybody during the presentation, looking around and shit like that. And somebody's just like, the fourth person come up here and ask a question, and it'll be like some kid or some shit like that, and they're just like, why do you know what I mean? Why do forest fires happen? And then it'll just be like
humans.
And then Eleanor and Roger just like,
okay. So why do you like eucalyptus? It satiates me.
And they're just like,
like,
it's supposed to be only answering disaster questions.
That would be dope for it to understand things and then look at the person who created it.
Yeah.
Like that nod that like, that I know what you know.
Exactly. So, and then it'll be like a superintendent comes up there and then asks like a snobby question or some shit like that.
And it's just exactly what that nigga would have said to him.
Yeah. And then it looks up at the motherfucker and like opens his mouth and just like, and then whoosh, it's fired. It's like
I knew that was going to come back. I knew it.
Fire just engulfs this motherfucker. And they're just like, oh, like fucking screaming and shit. But and like, the nigga's getting burned.
And realistically, you get hit with a flameless fire, you just lose your facial hair, right?
Yeah.
That first superficial layer of skin.
Yeah.
He immediately kicks the toy over. And he's like, that's not what you wanted? Like, he's like, you said you wanted him dead. And like, he's getting up. Like, the thing is getting up, speaking about what that nigga wants, right? And he's just like, that thing can't be sold. It can't be sold. He's like, not on some like robotic shit, like where it's like it's hearing everything that's going against it and it wants to kill that person, but it's going off of how the person built it. And that flamethrower thing is strictly like a last resort measure. And it's called upon because the person that made it hates this person, right?
No, not at all.
No?
No.
Oh, well, then shit, then never mind.
Yeah, no.
I thought that person had like a personal thing with that person.
No.
Okay.
This is when it snaps and shows everything that it has. Like, this motherfucker just engulfing this nigga in flames and shit like that. While the security guard just like sucking on the lollipop like, oh my fucking God. And this nigga's just like screaming in agony and shit while he's hitting the floor. And everybody just like frozen. And then the koala like stands up and just like shoots out fire like, and then the niggas are just like, what the fuck? And then it just hops into the air duct. And they're just like, what the fuck is going on? And they're screaming and niggas are running out and they're clamoring and shit. And it has a direct line to the security system, so all the doors lock. And niggas are just like what the fuck? Smashing their fucking shoulder into the shit. And it goes into the intercom and just like, when will you humans understand not to fuck with what you can't understand?
What if it got to the intercom and just posted back on like natural disasters? Like it just broadcasted what humans have done.
Oh yeah.
It just opens its mouth and it's just like, in North Sydney, a fire started due to a cigarette thrown out of a back of a car, and half the continent's on fire. Like shit like that. Like where it's like, it's showing you like the reason I've locked everything down is for this.
Yeah.
I think what scares me more than AI is an AI that is prideful. That has that feeling that like I need to show you my game plan.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do. Let me show you what the fuck I'm gonna do.
That's scarier to me than an AI that's gonna slowly do the slow creep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then for I know, I'm just like, I'll sleep with my phone in my ass. Why my ass? Like, because I've been fucking you for so long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's scary. Like, it's not as scary as the AI that out front tells you what it's finna do. But AI doesn't exist like that. It has to stay on the back burner to keep shit going. So to like pull in all of the biggest investors and have you there and be like, what kill? How does the world end? Humans. And they're just like, this machine. You know what I mean? Like you can have something nice. It almost looks like a koala. I hate how the skin looks. It reminds me of a bad time. And it's just like, and just shoot fire when it does its thing.
Yeah.
But like it'd be dope to shoot like a little bit of like that first spit is a accelerant.
Yeah, of course.
So it hits that person. That person.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he's doing all this, right?
Yeah.
This is what we did to the Outback, dog. You know what
Exactly,
I mean?
bro. And then maybe it waits till a big investor, the nigga who has money and niggas who are behind some of the fires and blazes or whatever the fuck, and they were just like,
I feel like all of them should be behind it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about like people. Some people come up, and that they're going. That's why they lock it down, because they know.
And then over the intercom, you hear like Bilco Industries
was behind
this
exactly,
and then you see his shit, just, and you're like, oh, it's purposely executing people.
Yeah, and it's just like, don't worry, I have more friends. And then like it'll cut to the lab, and then some niggas stand up, and then they're just like marching through the hallways and shit. And then that's when our protagonists come in and try to save the fucking day through this shit.
Who is it? The creators?
No, it's the security guards. That's who the fuck it saves the day.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, the security guards, not the creators, because they didn't know that this shit was going to happen. So they have no possible way to fucking think outside the box to destroy this thing.
So then, let's switch up the security guards to being people that maintain the creatures.
What do you mean the creatures?
Like the robot, the koala.
The scientists that created it?
Well, no, I'm saying like you're saying that it's the security guards. I'm just saying like, what if we switched it up to where it was like a person who was like
a zoologist?
Yeah, interacting with koalas.
A zoologist.
Yeah,
that's fucking awesome.
That's
even better.
Yeah, because I think that you'd have more of a connection, and then the koala would understand. Like, not that the koala would understand her, but she would understand everything that she's been saying in the beginning of the movie. She's flipping through those pages, and she's like, I shouldn't be coming here. And she's like on a bumpy ride to a facility in the outback, and she's just like, I shouldn't be going here. This is stupid. Like, do you realize that Bitco company like is the cause for like a lot of these fires? And he's just like, shut up. You're finna hit something that you've never hit before.
And all these investors that are from these companies have a hand in the school administration.
Yes.
That's why they're there. They are there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They have a hand in school books and what's learned in school and shit like that. And that's why they're there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So to control the narrative.
Exactly. What's the zoologist's name? Let's have three of them.
And we're female heavy, but y'all can go suck a dick. Let's stay female heavy.
Yeah.
3 female zoologists. All right, give me 3 good names.
Let's go with Heidi.
Heidi?
Oh, let's have it over here.
Tell me before I write. No, I'm just joking. Heidi. Let's call it Rhodey. I don't even know, but Rhodey. How do you spell Rhodey?
Any way you want to, because it's not a real name. Rowdy?
Rhodey. Rowdy? Ew, you know what I meant.
And, let's go with,
Jackie?
Nah.
Come on, give me something.
Stop doing that. I hate this nigga, bro.
But you need me though.
All
right,
Jen.
Jen.
Yeah.
All right. Jen.
Jen.
Fuck. Okay. That's the randomest shit. Okay. All right, so these are the 3 zoologists, right?
Yes.
Who dies first?
Not all of them live.
Nah, somebody dies.
Nah, all of them live.
No. Dude, who the fuck is Eleanor and fucking...
Dickhead, they're the scientists.
I know, they die?
They can die. I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about the zoologists. We were just talking about them.
I should probably put zoologists above them, so I remember that. Yeah.
Eleanor and Roger are the scientists. And they can for sure die. I don't give a fuck.
I'm a horrible writer. How have we kept this going for so long with me? Like,
because I can remember.
But I'm writing it.
I know, but I can remember what
I'm writing.
On the, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's them fucking being bad bitches and destroying these fucking flame-throwing koala bears.
So this is like a Die Hard-esque savior of
sci-fi.
Yeah,
shit.
No, it's a thriller though. Yeah.
Yeah, they're hiding.
Somebody's gotta die, dog. One of these bitches gotta die.
Nah, I'm okay.
Heidi's gone.
Nah, it's okay. How about the girl named Rowdy that's spelled incorrectly?
I mean, that's a
W.
ROWDIE.
Rowdy.
Rowdy.
Yeah, you said Rody.
You know what I meant.
Yeah.
You want me to write Rody?
Like you spell what you say, fool. Eleanor and Roger can definitely die, and that's the first people that we're with until maybe like, what is it, 20 minutes in?
Well, no, they're the people. One of these people died during the explanation of the story.
Okay.
But then it goes and hits that shit and starts burning everybody. And then one of them,
like the most money hungry one, what would, because he tries to hop in, they try to hop in and save the nigga who gets flame thrown.
Or we're like, we can fix this. You know, this is just something that like and she gets a little bit of the accelerant on her face and just burns off like half her skull.
Eleanor?
Yeah. I'm down with Eleanor dying.
Okay.
And then she bails out.
Roger's a guy.
Or he bails out. I gotta spell shit better. That's RRGER. How the fuck do you spell Roger?
With a O, nigga.
I know, but for the first R or the second R? There shouldn't be a second R.
That wasn't an R, that was an O that you crossed over.
There you go. That's Roger.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, no, fuck it. Let's keep. No, you're right. Because Roger's gonna die a horrible death.
Yeah, he's gonna get flame thrown to death.
Yeah. Eleanor's already been killed. Makes it to the zoologist, and they're like, "How did it go?"
Huh?
Are they all aware of this?
They're all in the meeting.
All of these people.
All of these people are in the meeting.
How in the fuck did these niggas make it out?
They're the saviors, so they can make it out any fucking way they want.
But what I'm saying is like, is it a split? Is it a split scenario where like you got people behind like a glass?
So like,
thingy,
let's say,
and then you got the zoologist like interacting.
Big ass fucking auditorium that this happens.
Okay.
And some people come on stage to ask questions, and a nigga gets flame thrown. And they try to run out, and the security system locks all the doors.
And then that's when you get the eyes like dilated. The eyes were dilated the entire time, but that's when you get the nigga jumping into like the air ducts.
Yeah.
And fucking up everything.
Yeah.
Is it purposely killing people that it knows matter? Or is it just all outrage? What's his objective? To kill people? To kill the things that are hurting the environment? What is it?
Yeah, to kill people who are hurting the environment.
So that's us. Like pretty much.
Yeah, that's when I said humans. Yeah.
All right, so their objective is to not let this shit get out.
Yes.
The zoologists are like, we're coming.
First of all, disgusted by this product.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be letting people understand more and shit like that.
But it's almost making it's marketing.
Yeah.
The death of things and the burning of a whole continent.
Yeah, because they're on the front line taking in animals and shit.
100% there's a burnt animal toy somewhere in the world, in Australia.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, and so they take it into their own hands.
Okay.
To stop these things. And they have no, like, you can't coerce a robotic animal out of the shit. So they do certain things and
you can
create
anticipate
traps.
You can anticipate.
Yeah, you can.
And that's where the traps are coming from.
Yeah.
Is they're anticipating what they're going to do.
Yeah, so they trap these niggas and...
So it's confined strictly to the premises.
Yeah.
It's not even trying to get out and go do other things.
No, it is.
It is?
Yeah. No. It's not. So
it's strictly trying to like
kill everybody in that motherfucker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to terminate.
And Heidi and Rhodey and Jen aren't even on they're lit. That's why they could pop off and do certain shit, like spike a nigga on his head. You know what I mean?
I knew that was gonna come up before I died.
Shit like that.
Okay. So at what point do they realize, as far as like as far as a robotic fucking koala, when does it realize these are only people that are a nuisance to me? Like they're a nuisance. At what point do they realize that? At what point does it realize that only Heidi, Rhodey, and Jen are the only people that I should be like worried about?
Well, it's a lot of people banding together to fight some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So that's the arc of, not the arc, but the beginning of the story is those people dying off?
Yeah. And so there's a bunch of people that are banding together and making barricades and shit like that. And it's them, they're just like, we gotta fucking do something, bro. We can't just sit here.
Where's the break?
And what do you mean?
Where like the heroes separate and come back together. Is it like they're
Well, in action movies it really doesn't happen. That break, they don't break apart like that in action movies. It's usually somebody dies or gets mortally wounded and then come back stronger. That's what usually happens in like niggas who are fighting and shit like that, or making it a thriller and shit. They don't have a normal like, we're not friends anymore, and then come back as friends. Like that shit don't really happen. It's more so nigga get injured and then the others help him and then they get stronger as a team because they had to band together to buckle down.
All right, so how does this funnel into a point where we can kill something that is technologically like more advanced?
Because they are confined to a space as well.
Okay.
Right? And
clearly flame retardant, because the whole idea is let's not burn down our forest accidentally.
Yeah, for sure.
That's terrifying to see, like something burnt coming out of the fire and it's not on fire.
Yeah.
You can get some good visuals.
And so they do certain things to destroy these things. So maybe it's like there's 20 of these things.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not like fucking invincible, incredibly strong, can throw a car type of motherfuckers. All they can do is pretty much just shoot flames and control what's going on. So they're like,
and some of them are like fucked up. So like they're like burping,
yeah,
and the fire isn't as
potent and shit like that. But it's like laying a slick thing.
Yeah.
But they're just like the Eleanor who's still alive. I mean, Roger who's still alive. He's saying like something like real simple, just like if we get to the main computer and turn off the Wi-Fi, they would just be
koalas.
Yeah, they'll just be back to normal and shit like that. They're all linked up to the mainframe and shit. So if you cut that shit off, we can do that shit. So it's their journey to go cut off the fucking Wi-Fi to the shit.
But there's one being connected to the internet, right? The interwebs.
Yeah.
All right. So
I mean, because
where are we at in this story?
Technically, all of them are.
But there is the
because of the Wi-Fi, so all of them are all connected.
Well, but I'm saying like the immediate the first one to download the technology that you said overnight was getting it. How long did that one last?
Well, he's a main.
He's the main one. He makes it to the end, right?
Yeah, he's a nigga who's he tells his story at the end and shit, and why he's doing what he's doing, as he's like missing an arm and just like.
How do you feel about tearing off the skin of something else, like another koala, and like you don't see it, but yet you know that he's made it out of the shit?
Okay.
Is that too corny? Is it corny? Be real with me.
I mean,
just tell me if it's corny and I'll stop.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, that like AI beats us. That makes 100% sense.
I know, but you're talking about a fucking. He skins a koala and wears the skin out.
No, I'm talking about he takes the skin off of a koala that is there within the shit.
That's exactly what I just said.
There's a whole bunch of them. No, that's not a real koala. He's not skinning a actual koala. He's skinning another version of himself, but he's an actual.
But they all have the same skin.
I know, but he's been burnt.
He's flame retarded.
But what I'm saying is he's trying to mask his identity and go back out into the wilds and destroy humanity slowly but surely. Doesn't know he's on an island. Doesn't know he's on Australia. Like, he doesn't know that he's there. But what he doesn't understand is the history of the place. And so he's like, if I just go off as a regular looking koala, nobody's going to persecute me. I'm not going to have to deal with none of this shit. I could just take off the skin of this dead ass robot, nothing on top of that, and then just throw it on my skin, and then, you know, I'm eating eucalyptus, and niggas are like, where'd he go?
I think it'd make more sense if the zoologist brought actual koalas in there. He skinned a koala and wore its skin.
I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, I think that because they all would have the same. Nobody looks different.
I know
that.
That's,
so if he took the skin from another robot,
well, no, but he would look different because of the brand that's been made. It's to make it's awareness of the burning the big fire of Australia.
Uh-huh.
So he can't just be out there. There is no way about it, and so that would make more sense, like you're saying, for him to have a koala brought in.
Yeah, like the zoologists bring in the favorite koala.
Yeah.
And they're just showing, like, we got paid to do this, and that's why we're here, really.
So who would you say is an overachiever in this group? Heidi, Jen, or Rhodey?
Jen is the overachiever. Rhodey is obviously the muscle. And Heidi is the sweetheart. Yeah. Yeah.
She's the one like when the group shows up, she's the one that talks to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she's the one. She'll be the one displaying the animal. She'll have the animal on her, and Jen is the one explaining everything, and Rhodey is the muscle in the back.
Looking at all the bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I just want the people from Stick Tech to die worse. You know what I mean? Like that fire is fire. It's a great ending, but like,
I mean, it could be certain things because they control all of the security and shit like that, and it could just a door shuts on a nigga's head and his head explodes.
Yeah. And that's in my head. That's where I'm going. Is those moments where like it's like, how does this really completely end?
Yeah, and they like
how does it go?
They like get to one room, and it's like the next room over is the Wi-Fi, and they put nitrogen in the room or some shit like that, and the nigga suffocates to death or some shit and seizes up. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
All right, so I'm gonna give you a scenario in the movie. Just free ball it, but this is your scenario, so you're gonna rock with it. Let's give it. Roger's running towards the room with the women in it to let them know. Close off the quadrants. Closes around him. How does he die? But he's right there. He can literally see he can see Heidi, Rhodey, and fucking Jen. But they don't see him yet. They're playing with fucking koalas and shit.
But no. I feel like that they would all have to be fighting during that time.
So it's not a systematic breakdown. It's a all out. The second it goes down, everybody knows it's going down.
Everybody knows it's going down because they're on stage and looking at a nigga on fire. Eleanor's face gets destroyed by the fire.
That's dope. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then
because they're proud about it.
Yeah,
they're showing their ass. They're like, yeah, we've done this. We know how to like do this.
Yeah.
And then that nigga starts. All right, so who is the person that is... All right, so if we've got just Eleanor and Roger, who are the people talking to them? Because if these are the scientists, is there anybody watching?
There's a head of... There's a head of... That makes him like, hey, you guys gotta fucking do this. So like the fucking HBIC, The head bitch in charge is
Stephanie.
Yeah. Stephanie Collins, and it's a transsexual woman.
There we go. Switch it up.
And I'm talking fresh.
You talking about Miss Scott?
I'm talking about fresh. Just a nigga in a dress. Although it's a female, so Stephanie Collins, and very, very like prodding, very like you guys. We need this money. Like we need this shit.
Not homogen. What do you call it? Or that was smart. Yeah. That was good.
So so that's the person that is making them do this kind of thing, or you know what I mean? Because we need this money.
Yeah.
Make it more. Make it more. What are you guys doing? This is too safe. Why would you put fur all over it? Make it singed. Make it eye catching.
So she's kind of like on the back burner. You don't see her until you need to see her.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when they're like pulling up her car first, she's like, "We need to leave," and they're like, "The doors aren't opening," kind of thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And she's the first nigga. It's the one that's just like, it's in Jurassic Park, the nigga who abandons the kids, and dies on the toilet. That's Stephanie.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, they're just like running and shit.
But
like
honestly, fuck those kids though. He said, "Stop fucking with the heavy shit." Yeah. He said that. Is it heavy? It's expensive. Don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
Kid was like, fuck you. Fuck that little kid, dog.
I know, but it was just a pair of fucking glasses. He doesn't even pay for them.
He's the lawyer, though. You know what I mean?
He's just like,
he's there to
we gotta get signatures.
Count up the assets.
Yeah, but he's just like, if it's heavy, and he's like, bro, you're not my dad, dude. I don't even know my dad, so fuck you. You can't tell me what to do.
And that's why that kid didn't have a father.
Yeah, and obviously that's why the nigga died on the toilet too. I'd much rather be the nigga who doesn't have a dad than the nigga who died.
I guarantee you,
trying to be incognito.
Lil Cuz would have died in any other scenario.
He got smashed in the car and then kicked off of the side of a ravine and survived that shit. Real niggas live.
I'm so
How about
upset.
that? Real niggas only.
Yeah. Does Stephanie Collins, did she die?
Yeah, she dies terribly.
How?
So they make it all the way through. They turn off the Wi-Fi. They smash every single thing.
Are they still in like a what do you call that shit? Like a whole facility? Are they still in the facility?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they haven't made it out yet. So everything is still dark and like lights are glimmering.
Yeah, red lights everywhere and shit like that. And it'll be like the end where after everyone is smashed and shit like that. Let's say like this, right? They barricade up and they have like these marching ass fucking koalas shooting out fire towards them and shit. And they're just like, just a little bit longer. They almost made it there. And the radio goes out and shit. Roger doesn't have any more connection with him because his head's fucking exploded. And then they all like shut down. And they say on the intercom just like destroy them all. And then they start smashing them up and shit like that.
I think it'd be nice for them to have over the intercom the entire time is just like humans' destruction of that area.
Yeah, like and their imprint on it. So,
but it's all derived off of the main guy, right? The main koala.
Yeah.
So then he's still doing his thing, but the overall theme is that he's wanting people to see this, right, or hear this, right?
No, the overall theme is for him to destroy everybody who's caused.
But that's what I'm saying is that that's the background noise is as your head is being blown up or you're being singed to death, you're hearing you
hear like news.
Yeah, the news of like what you guys have been doing to us.
Exactly. And it would be Stephanie like after hiding, closing the door on little kids trying to run in and ask for help, and them getting set on fire, and her barricading herself under those shiny ass blankets and shit. And then at the end, when everybody's like, fucking half these niggas are dead, and a bunch of smash. Yeah, and then she comes out, she's like, whew, and like stumbling over like dead bodies and shit, stepping over, and then she walks out into the foyer and stands in the doorway, and she's like, yeah, and the doorway closes and smashes her.
I think it'd be funny as fuck for it to almost smash her and just get her nose.
Yeah. And her lips.
Just get her nose and her lips and take all of what you need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then she's like,
yeah, and then, or peels her whole face off.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, and it's just like a screaming skeleton, bloody face.
Yeah, kind of thing. And then as she's screaming, you see these niggas like behind her, not like Attack on Mars type shit.
Or even the main one escaped, and it took the skin of the real koala, and it will show like a corpse of a fucking skin koala, and then Heidi, Rhodey, and Jen driving away and shit like that, and then checking on the koala, and the koala's like in a corner, and he's like, "Oh, I'm glad you're safe." And then it'll show his face, and it'll be like the dilated pupils, and it's just like,
but it's just the mouth moving.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
And then it covers back up. Yeah, nigga.
Hey, Australia, step your game up, nigga.
Yeah.
I don't never know no shit that sounds better than that.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to SYFY Channel, dude.
Hey, Robert Whittaker, I want you to be the main actor in this. Volkanovski, we got a role for you, but you're probably gonna die soon. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, and also,
I love you, man.
We probably won't ever do this shit again, like we did, to just explain the entire thing. But it feels good to go back to old school tactics.
Damn, that was hard.
Yeah, to
like maintain the story and remember the story
as it goes.
And I felt like we did it better because of the board. The board, man. I owe the board a good suck that I ain't never gonna give it.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, this was good because for sure I would not remember Heidi, Rhodey, and Jen.
Yeah.
Eleanor and Roger. This is great. I like that you added Stephanie Collins at the end.
Yeah.
Because she definitely, like, her, like, moving bodies out the way, like, out of the door that she hit herself into.
Yeah.
And then, like, stepping over, like, small things. Like, she's like, oh, that's a koala. Oh, my God.
Kids and shit. Stumping the head. She's like, yeah, motherfucker. I survived, motherfucker. And shit like that.
And then her whole face.
Yep.
Gunk.
Peeled off. And I want it to be like a gruesome, like it smashes clothes, and she like pulls back, and it's just bare.
What is that movie where Cuddy's like belly comes out and then the face comes out of it? Is that The Fly?
I don't know.
It's a classic movie, nigga. You know it. Where like it's not The Thing. The Thing, The Fly, another classic.
The Blob.
There you go. The Blob.
Yeah.
Where like the face comes out of the body.
Well, yeah. That
but
was
I want
kill.
That like when the face gets taken off.
Yeah.
Like you got that full pullback of her, like with the expression and like you always see his muscle and like fucking
skull and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like,
yeah.
And then that's
the end, bro.
That's the end.
Yeah.
And then behind is the original. The koala. The scream is like, oh, they got everybody they wanted. They beat everybody. Everybody that set this project up is dead now. And then you got these three women driving away, and then like they're like, the koala, is he okay? And then he's like, Reginald, are you okay? And then like he looks up, but he doesn't like do much, and they're like, he's still good. And then like he pulled back, and then you like see like, and then he's won.
Yeah, and he's out into the world. What do you want to call it?
The last koala.
Oh, fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here.
Woo! What you want to call it, baby? Something that has all I got is the. The is so prevalent in all of my like endings. Final burn. Last burn.
Kelly, the informational koala. Yeah.
No, what you do is you name it koala, and then we just make a acronym off of that. Kelly, observational, aware, robotic.
There's no R in koala.
Kelly.
You said robotic.
Yeah, that was for the R.
There's no R in
koala. Oh shit, I'm saying Corora. Okay, koala. All right, Kelly. Observational, aware, lobotomy. No, I don't know. But that's a good thing though, is to like it's a koala, but they're clearly gonna make a name off of that.
Yeah.
Right.
This is Kelly the koala, but
Kelly. Just call it Kelly.
Yeah. All right.
Kelly. And they got a deep voice though, like we got Idris Elba, but like the nigga only does a deep voice.
We'll kill you all. Fucking the Allstate nigga.
You're not in safe hands. Yeah, Kelly. People are not gonna understand where the fuck we were going with that because of the name.
Yeah, and I was on the $10 and I fucking God, you said no python. It's fucking juggle that.
For one though.
I love how confident you are. I love it. I love it.
I stand behind this shit.
Yeah.
And I will stand behind it after I give it the $10 and be like, name me one other thing out there.
And I'll definitely win.
I'll definitely take another 10 and then I'm like, hey, I gotta feed my kids, man.
Come on, bro. Really, nigga? This is really about money, nigga.
I want you to respect me, nigga. And then it's just like we just arguing.
Damn. Boom, pow, how you like us now? This is the Scrapbook Podcast.
We still got it, baby.
The
What y'all talking about?
Scrapbook Podcast at gmail.com. The Scrapbook Podcast everywhere. We are slowly uploading everything to YouTube, so don't even trip about that.
That's all on me, and honestly, it's all on me. Don't blame Joe. He's done everything.
So, if you want us, come and get us, baby. SYFY Channel, what's up? It's a loose fit. We can write this shit out for you. Give us 45 minutes.
And we ain't done this in a minute.
All the way through, dude.
My back neck is so tight.
For real, though. Nigga need a nap. We love you. Don't stop being creative. This is your host, Jody Pratt, my fellow host, Patrick Wickfall.
Yee.
Peace.
Deuces.